You only ever known. Y'all the main ones I'm watching on my throne. Created everything, but I called you my own. That land I gave you, put my name on it, my home. Yeah, that's my home. Israel, Abraham, Isaac, Jacob. I made a promise, can't nobody take it. I chose to put you above all the nations. Out of your graves, I chose to awaken. We made a covenant, don't you forsake it. Come get protected while they going crazy. Israel, my firstborn, my baby. Israel, my firstborn, my baby. I woke you up in your land of captivity. I do not change, I want you to remember me. Laws and commandments, I gave you the remedy. Go read the testimonies for your memory. I sent them prophets, but you wasn't hearing me. I come to you if you really come near to me. I heard your cry.
The other group begins with D.
Dravidians.
Thank you. They are the group that are found in the Australian pan, that section of the world that also holds some of those other groups of people.
Indians have a lot of too.
Sorry?
The Indians have a whole lot of them over there. The Dravidians, they were the first in India.
Yes. They're the ones that were scattered out. I actually looked into, because one thing I wanted to do, I wanted to find out who all these other people are of the world. Because a lot of the other people that are of the world, you've got to remember that they are, in fact, where did so some of the things that you see that the Chinese have and the Japanese have, if you look back in the scriptures tell you what and why today Moab and Ammon coming up during their empire stages, why they dressed the way they dressed, because they were dressing like their captors. You remember who captured them in the scriptures? You're making this hard for me. I thought you guys were right on the ball there. You get the answers are quickly found in this book here. Remember, they were captured a lot by a particular group of people. And remember, they lived in a certain section, which was Samaria. Remember, the so-called Moabs lived in sections of Samaria, and Ammon not far away, if you look at the map. That, when you trace it all back, that's where the word samurai comes from, by the way. All right, well, that's the
first samurai.
Let's ease up on that. Let's get back to some easier things. But does that make sense to everyone so far?
Yeah.
All right. Now, do you remember where we left off?
I have
Zechariah chapter 5.
5 and 9.
We're at the latter clause.
You on verse 5 or verse 9?
I'm more likely to go to verse 9.
Okay. This is the book of Zechariah, chapter 5 and verse 9.
Mm-hmm.
Then lifted up I, Slaki, then lifted I up mine eyes, and looked, and behold, there came out 2 women, and the wind was in their wings.
All right. So, as we know, This is a scripture that many have pulled and said that there are female angels. We know that's not true, right? There's no such thing as female angels, and can somebody tell me why? Yes, sir?
Because as angels, they had no genitalia.
As
As angels, they had no genitalia to detail them as being
agreed.
female. And,
Agreed. There's no genitalia of male and females with angels. So that you're absolutely right there. But now, if you had to prove it to me, how would you prove it to me? Because remember, the question was asked, how do we prove that then? So I've got my notes. I wrote it down when the first call. I went, okay, let me. And then when I got the text, I said, okay, let me write this down. So I want to make sure that we go into that. There's no such thing as female angels. Why? And how do we prove it? Can somebody tell me? Anyone? 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 And then you would have to answer the question, and so what's the purpose? What's the purpose of having female angels? That's Hollywood. Hollywood makes us, remember they had a series that ran for years, I think it was nearly 10 years. Touched by an Angel, that was called. They had this British woman playing an angel. I don't know why, but I think they thought maybe the way she sounded angelic for some morbid reason. And they had that Benjamin woman, the big lady in that. Anyone? All right, just to help you out. Yes, there is an answer in the Apocrypha. There is an answer in Ezekiel chapter 1. There's an answer in Job chapter 38. You see, there are answers all through the scriptures. There's an answer in the New Testament. I won't say where that is, but I'll just say this: the men sitting on the rock. And it called the men. And the reason why this is profoundly right in the book of Job is because they are called, the term that the two groups of individuals that's there, the term is used interchangeably. You see? So let's prove that first. Let's go to Job 38. Let's go there first, if you please.
Yes, sir.
And let's begin. Sorry, yes, it is 38. Yes, sir, 38. And let's read and establish this truth. Go ahead, sir.
It's the book of Job, chapter 38, and verse 7.
Mm-hmm.
When the morning stars sang together.
So here they're called morning stars. And what else?
And all the sons of God.
And all the sons of God. Now, one would say, well, they're one and the same. No, it's two groups of people. Or two groups of creatures, maybe it's a better word. Because the scripture does call us creatures until we come into a body.
That's right.
And so here, when it speaks about the sons of God, the term sons of God primarily is used for angels. Primarily is used for angels. And also it is used primarily for whom? Israel. Right? So we see that it's used. But the only word in this verse that is used only for angels and not for us is what? The morning stars.
God.
We're never called stars. Right? Everybody got that? Now, let's go to 2nd Ezra chapter 1. Let's read, if you please, verse, for time purposes. No, but we have to read it properly because there are people, I always have to remember that there are people who are listening to this and it's the first time they're hearing it, so they may not know what you know. So we have to make sure that we read it so they get it like we get it. All right? So if we read from verse 36, there are some points there as we read 37, 38, 39, 40 that clears it up, that we understand it perfectly. Let's read.
2nd Ezra, chapter 1, and verse 36 on page 14.
Mm-hmm.
They have seen no prophets.
So lucky, sir. Just, I beg your pardon. You know, ma'am, I'm going to change it because I see something else that goes with it. If you would just jump back up, if you please, because we need to read verse 29 to make the statement of fact. That's who it's speaking about.
2nd Ezra chapter 1, verse 29, page 14. That ye would be my people.
Come on.
And I should be your God.
So that's speaking to Israel, right? So we know it's about his people. Make sense? Let's read.
That ye would be my children, and I should be your father.
See? So it's making it very clear. The father makes a definite statement that you are my children. If you are my children, then you're called the children of God. All right? There's no scripture in the entire books that says that he's the father of every nation. It doesn't exist.
That's right.
You will only read where it says he is the father of Israel. And if we went back to Exodus now, we would find the answer to make that even plain, right?
Yes, sir.
But we're going to stick with some other scriptures that we don't read as often as that. So you read that, sir?
Yes.
Good.
Sir.
Jump down now, if you please, to 36. So let's go from there.
Verse 36.
I'm sorry, 35, and go from there.
Verse 35. Your houses will I give to a people that shall come.
Come on.
Which not having heard of me,
come on,
yet shall believe me.
See, these are the people never heard of him. Never heard of him. But now they're believing in him. Read.
To whom I have showed no signs.
See? He didn't show no signs to them. Now what signs is speaking about? Hold where you are, sir, if you please. Go to Psalm 147. Psalm 147, we have to do it this way to make sure that those who are not as au fait or familiar with this text.
The book of Psalm, chapter 147, verse 19.
Very good, Doctor.
He showeth his word unto Jacob.
Come on.
His statutes and his judgments unto Israel. Unto Israel.
He showed it to Israel. Now, hold where you are, sir. Let's go back and read what we just read, where he said he showed them no signs. He didn't show them anything. Read 35 again. So, because we have to understand, why does it say that? Because it's giving you, there is a difference between them and there's a difference between us. So let's read that again, sir.
2nd Ezra, chapter 1, verse 35, latter clause. To whom I have showed no signs.
Come on.
Yet they shall do that I have commanded them.
Now, in order to understand that, we've got to go to Mark chapter 8 to really understand that, because now it goes into a swing state. All right, so let's quickly go there for a brief moment, and so we don't need to go back to Psalm because we've proven it, right? He said he showeth his word unto Jacob, his statutes and his judgment unto Israel. Makes it clear, right? All right. So now when we go to Mark chapter 8. And then we're going to read, if you please, verse 11.
Yes, sir. The book of Mark, chapter 8 and verse 11. And the Pharisees came forth.
Come on.
And began to question with him.
Come on.
Seeking of him a sign from heaven.
There it is. Now, why is that so important? You know, we've read that many a times. Yeah. I know I have. I've read it many a times. Sometimes we read it as a pass-through verse so that we making sense of the verse as we go through. But you know why we miss this slight section of it? Because we forget sometimes that some of these Pharisees that the scripture is speaking about were people that were under the Herodianship. You see that? And the Herodianship were Edomites. So if we read 11 again one more time, if you would be so kind.
Mark chapter 8, verse 11. The Pharisees came forth and began to question with him,
Go on.
seeking of him a sign.
So they are seeking the sign. Why are they seeking the sign? Because they are not the children of Israel.
That's right.
They were Pharisees, but they were Pharisees according to their following. There wasn't Pharisees like when Paul says it. That means, in fact, I don't remember what verse it is, but it says that he's a Sadducee, he's a Pharisee. He just keeps dropping bombs on that one because he put into shame some guys who are trying to make him look like he's not who he is. He said, I'm a Benjamite. I'm also a Pharisee. And I was circumcised on the 8th day. And he drops it, and none of them could come back with anything to say negative about it.
Come.
All right? And anyone know that verse? If you don't, we what you got, sir?
Grace and peace, sir. It says, because they're coming at him, says, look, as touching the law.
As touching the law. Right. But what scripture?
Of the Hebrews.
Yeah, that's right. What scripture, sir?
That's the book of Romans, chapter 8, I think. That's what you read.
Romans chapter 8. I'm there. Let me see. Romans. Forgive me. Forgive me. Anybody got that for me? Anyone pulled it up? Pharisee of Pharisees.
Oh, sorry. Philippians chapter 3.
Philippians. So, there you go. I didn't know it was the wrong book. That's how far away I forgot that one. All right, so Philippians chapter what, sir?
Chapter 3, verse 5.
They're very good. I'm there. Yes, and that's the one. Now, but in order to get this, you have to read from verse 4. Really, let's go.
The book of Philippians, chapter 3 and verse 4.
Here we go.
Though I might also have confidence in the flesh.
In the flesh, go on.
If any other man thinketh that he have whereof he might trust in the flesh,
Come on.
I more.
Now he breaks it all down. Go ahead, sir.
Circumcised the 8th day.
The 8th day, go on.
The stock of Israel.
The stock of Israel, bloodline in other words. Go on.
Of the tribe of Benjamin.
Tribe of Benjamin. Go on.
A Hebrew of Hebrews.
A Hebrew of Hebrews. Now, by the way, that's Romans 11 and 1, right?
Come.
Yeah. Keep going.
Come. As touching the law, a Pharisee.
A Pharisee. Go on.
Concerning zeal, persecuting the church.
Come on.
Touching the righteousness which is in the law, blameless.
Blameless, you see. So he knew what he was about there, Khan.
That's right.
Everybody understand. Now, let's quickly go back to 2nd Exodus chapter 1, where we read verse 35. Now let's read verse 36 and move forward.
2nd Ezra chapter 1, verse 36. They have seen no prophets.
Come on.
Yet they shall call their sins to remembrance.
Come on.
And acknowledge them. I take 2 witnesses. The grace of the people to come.
Of the people. Go on.
Whose little ones rejoice in gladness.
Come on.
And though they have not seen me with bodily eyes,
go on.
Yet in spirit they believe the thing that I say.
That's the next generation. Go on.
And now, brother, behold, what glory, and see the people that cometh from the east.
From the east. We are Eastern people. We're not Western people. We're not American. We're not Jamaican, Trinidadian, Barbadian, Haitian, Dominican. We're none of those things. We're not Guatemalans. We're not any of those things.
That's right.
We're not Englishmen. We're not Belgiumese. We're not Portuguese. We're not Spaniards. We are Hebrews.
That's right.
Israelites. Read on, if you please.
Verse 39. Unto whom I will give for leaders Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Oseas, Amos, and Micah, Joel, and Abidas, and Jonas, Nahum, and Habakkuk, Zephaniah, and Agias, Zachary, and Malachi, which is called also an angel of the Lord.
See? Called an angel of the Lord. Sirach 49 and 10. Sirach 49 and 10.
Come. The book of Sirach, chapter 49 and verse 10 on page 100. It reads thus. And of the 12 prophets,
Come on.
let the memorial be blessed,
Come on.
and let their bones flourish again out of their place.
Come on.
For they comforted Jacob
Come on.
and delivered them by assured hope.
By what?
Assured hope.
Assured hope. That makes sense to everyone so far? That ties in with 2nd Ezra chapter 1 and 39.
That's right.
Everybody good there? Right. Now that we have that and we understand it, we now know that we are also called angels.
Come.
And the angels are also called sons of God, but we primarily are the sons of God.
That's right.
All right? Now, who's got the scripture pertaining to the young men sitting on the rock? Or the stone at the tomb? Who has that? Let's see who has that. Mm-hmm. Anyone? Well, for time purposes, if you need to Google it, go ahead and do it. Go ahead. Who has? Come on. Yes, sir.
Mark chapter 16, verse 5.
Let's read.
The book of Mark, chapter 16 and verse 5.
Mm-hmm.
It reads thus. And entering into the sepulchre, they saw a young man sitting on the right side.
So, it's a young man, not a young woman. Sitting where?
On the right side, clothed in a long white garment, and they were affrighted.
They were afraid of him. Everybody got that? So, the angels are only seen as male. Period. Let's go up let's quickly, just to drive it home even harder. Ezekiel chapter 1. The book of Ezekiel chapter 1.
Come. The book of Ezekiel, chapter 1.
Now we're going to read verse 13 for time purposes. In fact, that's 10, sir. 10.
The book of Ezekiel, chapter 1 and verse 10. As for the likeness of their faces,
Go on.
they four had the face of a man.
Have face of a man. Now, why I wanted to read that is to say it never says a face of a woman. Everybody good? Jump down, if you please, sir, to verse 13.
Verse 13. As for the likeness of the living creatures, their appearance was like burning coals of fire.
Burning coals of fire. Now, why on earth would it use burning coals of fire? Now, whilst you're mystifying that, go to Revelation chapter 1. Let's quickly go there. And we're going to read, if you please, just so that to bring clarity, verse 13.
The book of Revelation, chapter 1 and verse 13. And in the midst of the 7 candlesticks, one like unto the Son of Man.
Not like unto what?
Like unto the Son of Man.
Like unto the Son of Man. Go on.
Clothed with a garment down to the foot, and girt about the paps with a golden girdle.
With a golden girdle. And what is clear on that, right? Good. Now remember, that starts from the chest. Most of when you read this and you think of girdles today, you think it's around the waist, but it's around the chest because it's like a breastplate, and it covers from the chest to the waist. right? Why? Because in all those areas, not that he needs it, but it's a protection against, well, it's not a protection per se, but these are the so-called vital what? Organs of the body. All right. So it goes on to say, read.
Verse 14. His head and his hairs were white like wool.
White like wool, go on.
As white as snow.
As white as snow, go on.
And his eyes were as a flame of fire.
As a flame of fire.
And his feet like unto fine brass.
Like unto what?
Like unto fine brass.
Fine brass, because brass is brown. Right? How did it look?
As if they burned in a furnace.
They burned where?
In a furnace.
In a furnace. Go on.
And his voice as the sound of many waters.
Of many waters. Go back to Ezekiel. Let's read 13 again, and you'll see why the similarities and terms coincide. Let's read.
The book of Ezekiel, chapter 1, verse 13.
Come on.
As for the likeness of the living creatures,
Read.
their appearance was like burning coals of fire.
Read.
And like the appearance of lamps, it went up and down among the living creatures.
Come on.
And the fire was bright, and out of the fire went forth lightning.
Come on.
And the living creatures ran and returned as the appearance of a flash of lightning.
See that? Meaning they move quicker than the eye can see.
Come.
Read.
Now, as I beheld the living creatures,
Come on.
behold, one wheel upon the earth by the living creatures with his 4 faces.
With what?
With his 4 faces.
Keep going.
The appearance of the wheels and their work was like unto the color of a barrel. And they 4 had one likeness, and their appearance and their work was as it were a wheel in the middle of a wheel.
Go on.
When they went upon their 4 sides.
Come on.
And they turned not when they went.
Read.
As for their rings, they were so high that they were dreadful.
Come on.
And their rings were full of eyes round about them 4.
Round about them what?
Round about them 4.
Come on.
And when the living creatures went, the wheels went by them. And when the living creatures were lifted up from the earth, the wheels were lifted up.
Now, can you tell me what that is? Now, we're making a deep dive into this because we have to explain angels. I haven't seen no female likeness throughout all of this yet. So we know it has nothing to do with females in that regard. But what is the wheel? What's all that about? We've touched it before, so if you remember previous teachings, you should know it. Yes, sir. Grace and peace to you, Doctor.
It was a chariot.
Correct. It was a chariot. Now, why would it put all of that down on the chariots? Why? Why? What is the purposes of this? Can someone tell me? Why is it making such emphasis like this? Now we know there must be a reason, because if there wasn't a reason, then it would be there. But it's there for a reason. Anyone? Is your hand up, ma'am? Okay. No? Anyone? Why? No? Yes, ma'am. Well, no, in this case, it's not the father chariot, but it is telling us how they move. Right? It tells us how they move. And it gives us, it's kind of telling us something without telling us something. So then if you want to look into it, you're welcome to, but if you don't, just understand it as you read it here. That's verse 15.
Yes, sir.
Read that again, sir. Read verse 14 and 15.
Ezekiel chapter 1 and verse 14. And the living creatures.
So they're called living creatures. A chariot, that's a living creature. So that means that this creature is symbiotically tied to whoever is working with it. The one who needs the chariot doesn't have to say, where is the chariot? He doesn't need to dial for Uber. All he does is think, and the chariot is there. Now, how can it just be there? It can just be there because it says it moves like lightning. So 1 minute it's not there, next minute it's there. And so it goes on to say, reads up.
And the living creatures ran and returned as the appearance of a flash of lightning.
See? And use the term run because it's really saying it's moving at great speed. And you know, some things can run slow or run fast. Read on, sir.
Now, as I beheld the living creature,
Come on.
behold, one wheel upon the earth
Come on.
by the living creature,
Come on.
with his 4 faces.
With his what?
His 4 faces.
4 faces. Go on.
The appearance of the wheels, and their work was like unto the color of a barrel.
All right. Now it says barrel. Now what color is barrel? Oh, that's a giveaway right there, right? Yes, sir.
Some things brown, but it's really green.
Brown, sir.
Barrel is barrel.
Brown.
No, it's green.
It's
And I
brown,
think some
sir.
say it's brown, but if you go back over the book, they say it's
It's
green.
brown, sir.
Would you like to revisit the answer?
Daniel, I think it's Daniel.
Daniel 7.
9, 7, 9.
Actually,
No,
it's 10.
10.
Yeah, it's actually
Yes,
10.
that's right. It's 10. You're all right. It's 10.
10 and 6,
Yes, you are.
or 10 and 7, one of the two.
Yeah. It's 10 and 6 is where you're going to start.
This is Daniel 10 and 6.
Well, you're not reading.
Oh, okay. And I was just there because I was saying that about cherub and deal with the angel.
I just wish you had that much emphasis and. All right, let me leave that alone. Come on, let's read that.
The book of Daniel, chapter 10 and verse 6. His body also was like the barrel.
Like what?
Like the barrel.
Like the barrel. Go on.
And his face as the appearance of lightning. And his eyes as lamps of fire. And his arms and his feet like in color to polished brass.
To what?
Like in color to polished brass.
So I think the color there is like colored brass, right? Right?
Yes.
Right, sir?
Right.
Right, we got. You see, if we don't listen up, you can't learn. You may have a thought, and you may be right, but you have to look at the evidence. We've just read it. You can't argue with the evidence here. I know where you're coming across with the green. I know where that's coming from. I do. But we've just read, and we're trying to make sure that we have an understanding. Why is that so important? Because when you teach, sir, you have to look at the evidence that's in front of you, and then you have to coordinate it. So, do me a kindness, if you please, sir.
Yes.
Back to yourself, Captain. Read, if you please, the middle clause of 6 again, please, where it says his eyes as lamps of fire, right?
Come. Daniel chapter 10, verse 6, the middle clause. And his eyes as lamps of fire.
Lamps of fire. See that?
Yes.
Now, remember, it's the earlier clause, which is the beginning of the so-called verse, said his body also was like the barrel. Right? Now, later on now, it says, go read what you just read, Kat.
And his eyes and as lamps of fire. And his arms and his feet like in color.
Well, there's the word for you. Color. All right, go on.
To polished brass.
So it's telling you what color it is, polished bronze. And that's why, regardless of whatever we think, I'm not saying that you're wrong because I know where and why you said that. And I know where to go to prove that. But that's not what we're on. We're not trying to ease our ego up in here.
Right.
All right? We're here to learn. All right? And sometimes what it means, and the reason why I'm spending time on this, because when anyone, if captain or officer is teaching, and anyone you're teaching, sir, you got to remember, one of the saints may turn around and say something, and if you're not careful, you get into a well, you don't call it that, an argument, and that's not good. So you have to listen to what the person is saying, and then prove it.
Right.
Now watch this. We'll look at how we prove Daniel. We're going to go right back to Revelations.
God.
And we're going to, if you please, read Revelation chapter 14. In fact, let's read 13 and 14. Let's read that again.
Revelation chapter 1 and verse 13.
Come on.
And in the midst of the 7 candlesticks, one light unto the Son of Man, clothed with a garment.
Clothed with a garment, go on.
Down to the foot.
Down to the foot, go on.
And girt about the paps with a golden girdle.
With a golden girdle, right? So that girdle is from listen, if we went by today's invention, we would say a girdle is just for the waist, right?
Right.
But that's not the girdle that this is speaking about. When you see the images of old, the girdle starts at the chest, down to the waist. All right? And then read on, if you please, higher.
Verse 14. His head and his hairs were white like wool.
So we see that he bears an exact resemblance of the Father. That's why we now say, that's why when the scripture says, when you see me, you see the Father, because I'm the spitting image of Daddy up there. Read on.
As white as snow.
Come on.
And his eyes were as a flame of fire.
Flame of fire. Now, to understand that part, we have to move a little bit further. We're going to come back here, we're going to come back right there, Captain. But I want you just to pause here for a moment and go to Revelation chapter 2 and 18.
Revelation chapter 2 and verse 18. It reads thus. And unto the angel of the church in Thyatira write, these things saith the Son of God.
Listen up now.
Who have his eyes like unto a flame of fire.
Flame of fire. His eyes are like, that's why his eyes are red. Why? Because he has vengeance in him. Coming back to do some deeds on these people. Can you imagine when they come to say, please, Lord, and they see his eyes, they're going to say, oh my God. They can't take his eyes because he's coming to destroy them.
That's right.
And so his eyes like the flame of fire, and his feet.
And his feet are like fine brass.
Like what?
Fine brass.
Fine brass. Revelation 19 and 12.
The book of Revelation, chapter 19 and verse 12. It reads thus. His eyes were as a flame of fire.
Of what?
A flame of fire.
Flame of fire. Go on.
And on his head were many crowns.
Many crowns. Go on.
And he had a name written that no man knew but he himself.
Go on.
And as he was clothed with a vesture dipped in blood.
Come on.
And his name is called the Word of Yahweh.
The Word of Yahweh, John 1 and 1. Now remember, that's what that's referred to. But here's the key that we got to see there. It's telling us that his vesture was dipped in blood.
That's right.
Meaning that his suit, his clothing was covered in blood, meaning he did some dangerous work. He slaughtered some people. He looked like a butcher. He slaughtered them. That the beautiful color of his garments was now dripping with blood. That makes sense so far? Good. Now that we understand that, let's go back to where we was reading, where we just left off, which is back, if you please, in Daniel.
Yes, sir. The book of Daniel, chapter 10 and verse 6. His body also like the beryl.
Come on.
And his face as the appearance of lightning.
Go on.
And his eyes as lamps of fire.
As lamps of what?
Lamps of fire.
Lamps of fire. Go on.
And his arms and his feet like in color to polished brass.
See, it's like in color to polished brass. Is that making sense, everyone, so far? All right. Okay, now what I wanted to do, let's go back, if you please, to Ezekiel chapter 1. I want us to go to verse 22.
Come.
And we read 22 through to 24.
Yes, sir. Book of Ezekiel, chapter 1, verse 22. And the likeness of the firmament upon the heads of the living creature.
Upon what?
Upon the heads of the living creature.
On the head of the living creature, meaning the expanse, the space that was upon them. Go on.
Was as the color of the terrible crystal.
Go on.
Stretched forth over their heads above.
Now, why is that important? Because to prove the fact there is color in the Bible.
God.
When people say, oh, there's no color in the Bible, you don't know what color God is. Yes, we do. We know what color is. We know what color His Son is. And we know what color the children of God are as well.
That's right.
So there's color in the scriptures, Khan. All right, go ahead and finish it.
Verse 13. And under the firmament were their wings straight, the one toward the other. Everyone had two.
All right. What do you read, sir?
23.
Oh, you read 26. Lucky I. We'll read it again, please.
Come. Ezekiel chapter 1, verse 23.
Very good.
And unto the firmament were their wings straight,
Go on.
the one toward the other.
Go on.
Everyone had two,
Come on.
which covered on this side, and everyone had two, which covered on that side,
Go on.
their body.
Go on.
And when they went, I heard the noise of their wings,
Come on.
like the noise of great waters,
Come on.
as the voice of the Almighty.
Now, this is what you'll see this in the book of Revelation. Because when he cracks the cloud, when he cracks the atmosphere, he's going to crack it, and then he's going to come through. And as he comes through it, the chariots of the Lord will come through. Winged angels will come through. Unwinged angels will come through. But they're all coming through. Now remember, even though an angel may not have wings in its appearance, it doesn't mean it doesn't have it. Because it can move around like a normal man and bring those to fruition when he needs them.
Right.
And so when we read here now, it then says everyone two under his under the other, and then I want to jump down to the middle clause, or the last middle clause. It says which cover on this side, and everyone had two, which covered on the side of their bodies. Now 24.
Verse 24. And when they went, I heard the noise of their wings.
Go on.
Like the noise of great waters, as the voice of the Almighty.
So when he cracks and comes through the dimension, you're going to hear nothing. It's going to sound like water is coming. Angels are flying through there. Chariots are flying through. They're going to see men of brass-colored skin floating in the air. It's going to shock them. It's going to make everyone be in a state. Why? Men do that. Women do not intimidate and cause fear like men. Have you ever seen a really angry man? Have you ever seen a really angry woman? She's bad stuff when she's angry. But are you afraid of her like you are an angry man?
No.
Especially when he's 7 foot tall and big and look like he's carrying all of heaven on him. It's a whole different look. It's a whole different. All right, Captain, I hope you don't mind me playing with you for a moment. Can you imagine Captain 200 pounds heavier than he is? You know what that would look like? Are you going to mess with it? Anything you need, doctor. Because it's overwhelming. You see where I'm going? I'm using, because sometimes if you don't get the spiritual side, but I use a natural side to give you a better clarity. So that makes sense to everyone so far, right? Right, everybody good there?
Yeah.
All right, now, good. Now let's drop all that, get back to Zechariah now. Because we've proven it, right? We've proven that we're dealing with men here, not women, All right, good. All right, go ahead, sir. Go back there, Zechariah, and just read, if you please, where we just left off there. Bear with me. You can go ahead and read, so I'll get there in a minute.
The book of Zechariah, chapter 5 and verse 9.
Uh-huh.
Then lifted I up mine eyes,
Read.
and looked, and behold, there came out 2 women, and the wind was in their wings.
Now, let's break that down. The wind in their wings is subscribing that they have some kind of spiritual support. All right? They're the wings that are in their wings, right? We read that, and that was made very clear to us, Right? And remember, we read Leviticus chapter 11 and 13 to make sense of that. Did we not? Everybody with me so far, right? Right. What I want you now to do is go Jeremiah chapter 8 and 7. Let's go there first. Jeremiah chapter 8 and verse 7.
It's the book of Jeremiah, chapter 8 and verse 7.
Mm-hmm.
It reads thus. Yea, the stork in the heaven knoweth her appointed times.
She knows her appointed time. Right? So we're dealing with things that it's dealing with the natural substances or creatures of the earth. All right? Well, we broke all that down the other night. I don't want to go into all of that again. Right? Everybody's clear on that so far. Finish it again, sir.
And the turtle and the crane and the swallow observed the time of their coming.
And we explained what all that meant, and we're good there, right? Good. Keep going, sir.
But my people know not the judgment of Yahweh.
They don't know it. And we prove that by going to Isaiah chapter 1 and 3, speaking about the ass knows its crib. Right? So we're making it very clear, So if that's the way it is there, now let's do this nice and patiently now. I want us to tread carefully because this gets into some more meat here. Go back, if you please, to Zechariah. Read the latter clause one more time, if you please, which is, and they lifted up.
Zechariah chapter 5 and verse 9, latter clause. And they lifted up the ephod.
They lifted up what, sir?
The ephod.
They lifted up the ephod, which is, there are 2 versions of it. There's a clay version and a basket version. The reason why this is the basket version, because it's going to hold a lot of things in there, as opposed to the clay, which is only sat as like a urine in one place. Now here's what we got to look at when we're looking at this. We have to run now, if you please. In fact, before we do that, let's finish that line, and then we go right into the first clause of verse 10.
It says, for they had wings like the wings of a stork.
Like the wings of a stork.
And they lifted up the ephod between the earth and the heaven.
And the heaven, read.
Then said I to the angel that talked with me.
So, notice, an angel was telling him this. Everybody got that? An angel was telling him this. This wasn't something that he himself was contriving. And to prove that it was an angel, which we did the other night, but we'll do this part again, jump back to verse 5 and read the first clause of that.
Zechariah chapter 5, verse 5. Then the angel that talked with me went forth and said unto me, lift up now thine eye.
Lift up what?
Lift up now thine eye.
Go on.
And see what is this that goeth forth.
Because you have to see this. Now, why do we have to see it? Because this that it's speaking about takes place in the book of Revelations. And it's tied to Revelations chapter 17. All right. So what we're going to do, we're going to go to Revelation chapter 17, if you please.
Yes, sir.
And we're going to begin at verse, we could begin anywhere, but let's begin, let's take that from verse 16, because we touched it the other day, or just the other night. Right, because we touched it when we read verse 4. In fact, let's touch it again to refresh those who heard it and those who haven't. They get an understanding.
The book of Revelation, chapter 17 and verse 4. And the woman was arrayed in purple
Go
and
on.
scarlet color.
Now remember, these are the colors of heaven. These are the colors, but remember there are three colors mentioned in the scriptures that are spoke about fondly from a heavenly perspective. The first of those colors is blue. That's why you'll read in the Hebrew it calls it the Mashi Amashiam. Is it Amashiam? Amashiam. Let me go back to Genesis. I get it when I read Genesis.
Like Messiah in Hebrew?
It's dealing with the waters within the waters. Because if you remember in chapter 1 and verse 2, it says, and the earth was without form. That means it was in a state of corruption and void. So it had no shape and it was void. And darkness was upon the face of the deep. Ashemayim. That's it.
Ashemayim.
Whenever I go right there, I won't get it. Ashemayim. See? All right, everybody got that? That's the Hebrew for that. Okay. All right. And then let's go back to where we were. So let's read what we just left off.
The book of Revelation, chapter 17 and verse 4.
Uh-huh.
And the woman was arrayed in purple and scarlet color.
All right. So the first is Ashemayim, which is the blue. The second color is the purple. And the third color is the scarlet, which is the red. Now you'll notice that he doesn't introduce the blue here, because this is not touching anything in heaven. This is touching the things on earth. And how do we know that? Because when you see the Catholic faith, those are the two colors that they love to array themselves in. The purple and the red. And how do they do it? Because there are two groups of people that they have the papal, which only wears white, and they have two background groups that wear gray and black. Right? One's called the black vicar, the other one's called the gray vicar, and the Pope is called the white vicar. The word vicar means doctor, just so I don't lead people to say, can you Google that word vicar for me, please, sir? Google that word, because that when I was young, I remember in the school that I went to, heaven help me, that they used to really push that he's the vicar of the Lord. The Pope is the vicar of the Lord. It's all of that type of thing. So, what does the word vicar mean? Can I get some understanding there? All right. Anyone? Well, if anyone has found it, that's good too. But if you can give me an expanded version, I would appreciate that. Oh, times of cooking here. We've got a few minutes. Right.
I got vicar. It's spelled V-I-C-A-R.
Yes, that's it. Right, because it comes from the vicaress, as you see there, which means what? Go ahead and read that.
It says the Pope bears the title Vicar of Christ.
Of Christ.
Latin, Vicarius Christ.
Right.
Christi.
Go on.
In Catholic canon law, a vicar is the representative of any ecclesiastic identity or entity. The Romans had used the term to describe officials subordinate in the praetorian, prefects. In the early Christian churches, bishops likewise had their vicars, such as the archdeacons, and archpriests, and also the royal priest, the curate, who had to cure or care of all the souls outside the episcopal cities.
And you can stop there. Thank you, sir. So you can see the word vicar is a big deal. Now, when we are reading this, what it is saying is that the church is going to align themselves with the Catholic faith. Now, when we say church, by the way, I'm not talking about church as our building. I'm using the word church as in the people. Now, how do we know this? Because what happened was they forced our people in Portugal and in Spain to accept Catholicism or die by fire.
That's right.
Now, go to the book of Jeremiah for me, please. Quickly run to the book of Jeremiah, 46. We're coming back here to 17. We're going to get to 17. So Jeremiah, chapter 46, and I want you to read verse 1.
Come. The book of Jeremiah, chapter 46 and verse 1. It reads thus. The word of the Lord that came to Jeremiah the prophet. Came to Jeremiah the prophet.
Read.
Against the Philistines.
Come on.
Before that Pharaoh smote Gaza.
Come on.
Thus saith the Lord, behold, waters rise up out of the north, and shall be an overflowing flood, and shall overflow the land, and all that is therein, the city, and them that dwell therein. Then the men shall cry. Salakia. 46 from the top.
46 from the top.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Sir.
That's all right.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 46 and verse 1. The word of the Lord,
here we go,
which came to Jeremiah, the prophet, against the Gentiles.
That's it.
Come.
Against the Gentiles. Keep going.
Against Egypt, against the army of Pharaoh Necho, king of Egypt.
Come on.
Which was by the river Euphrates.
Read.
In Carchemish.
Go on.
Which Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon, smote in the 4th year of Jehoiakim, the son of Josiah, king of Judah.
Read.
Order ye the buckler and shield, and draw near to battle.
Come on.
Harness the horses, and get up, ye horsemen, and stand forth with your helmets. Furbish the spears, and put on brigadine.
Yes.
Come. Wherefore have I seen them dismayed and turned away back.
All right. Keep going.
And their mighty ones are beaten down.
Beaten what?
Beaten down.
Read.
And are fled apace.
Go on.
And look not back, for fear was round about, saith the Lord.
Read.
Let not the swift flee away, nor the mighty man escape.
Read.
They shall stumble and fall toward the north by the river Euphrates.
Read.
Who is this that cometh up as a flood?
Read.
Whose waters are moved as the river.
Now you're seeing that this, when it says who is this, that's tied into who is he who comes from Bosra in the garments of blood. This is tied to Yahushua coming, and he's going to punish all of the nations. Judgment is upon them.
That's right.
But Pastor, what if I'm married to one of them? It's on you too. But what about my children? They were innocent. It's on them too. You see, this is why, look, please don't send me an email. Please. Because you're going to say that what kind of God is that? He's a just God. You're just, and if you're messing around in that area, you're still alive. He's a just God. But here, what you're saying, he's going to bring war and havoc upon the nations for what they did to us.
That's right.
That's what it's saying right there.
That's right.
And it's telling you that none of them are going to survive, even those who think they're swift. All right? Every swifty man is not going to be saved. He's going to be brought low. Come on. Chapter verse 10, sir, read.
Verse 10. For this is the day of the Lord Yahweh of hosts.
Read.
A day of vengeance.
A day of what?
A day of vengeance.
A day of vengeance. Go on.
That he may avenge him of his adversary.
Read.
And the sword shall devour, and it shall be satiate and make drunk with their blood.
With their what?
With their blood.
With their blood. Now, just a couple of things. One of the words that was used earlier on, we went by, but I didn't have time because I didn't want to upset the pace. That was dealing with a shield. The first word that he read earlier on, which was a shield, all right, which is the brigade. And this association that is speaking about here is really, when we read it, it's really speaking primarily about something that is going to be, who can tell me quickly? Who can tell me quickly? It's going to be satisfactory.
God.
He's going to be completely satisfied. But when he's finished, he's going to feel like he just had a good dinner.
God.
Because he's going to completely destroy those nations. Now, that is going to be a feast. Do you know that?
Yes, sir.
All of the death of the nations is going to be a feast. Because all of the birds of prey will come and eat supper. Why is that? Because all of the creatures of the earth, in fact, the blood is needed to baptize the earth again. Because what does it say? Let's see who's going to do this quick because so we've gone over time. What does it say if you've taken the blood of... All right, let's just quickly go. Go, if you please, to Revelations. You know where I'm going? If I'm going to Revelation, who shall kill with a sword? Who's there? Who's got it? I can't keep telling you these things. I just can't. I mean, it's.
I'm already there.
Yeah,
I'm there.
13:10.
Let's read.
The book of Revelation, chapter 13 and verse 9.
Come on.
If any man have an ear, let him hear.
You've got to hear this, right? That's tied to James 2. Keep going.
He that leadeth into captivity.
If you lead into captivity, the Lord's people, read.
Shall go into captivity.
Shall do what?
Shall go into captivity.
We're going to go into captivity. Go on.
He that killeth with the sword.
With the sword.
Must be killed with the sword.
Notice, that's why, wonder, what weapon are we going to have? A sword against guns? Remember, their bullets cannot harm us. All right? And we will have swords, and we can cut those bullets in half before they reach anything. Now, after you've read, have you finished this, sir?
No, sir.
Go ahead.
Here is the patience and the faith of the saints.
Because we must patiently wait for the Lord to bring vengeance.
That's right.
The vengeance we just read in Jeremiah chapter 46 and 1 is patience. Now, quickly run to Numbers.
That's right.
Numbers 35.
That's right.
Numbers 35, if you please. Let's read.
The book of Numbers, chapter 35 and verse 33.
Read.
So ye shall not pollute the land wherein ye are.
Come on.
For blood it defileth the land.
And our blood has been shed, and that has brought a defilement to the land. That's why nothing grows out there. And the only way that we can get the equilibrium again, the balance again, is that your blood has to be now shed in order to bring back measurement of balance. Read.
And the land cannot be cleansed of the blood that is shed therein.
Go on.
But by the blood of him that sheddeth it.
There it is. So the blood of him that shed it, that's got to be shed. So now when you go back to what we just read, sir.
In Revelations of Jeremiah.
I'm on Jeremiah.
Jeremiah chapter 46. From the top?
No, so I just want you to go to verse 10.
Verse 10. The book of Jeremiah chapter 46 and verse 10.
Come on.
For this is the day of the Lord Yahweh of hosts, a day of vengeance, that he may avenge him of his adversaries.
Now when we go back to Revelations now, where we were 17, real quick. These are all the nations that have messed with us, from Belgium, the French, the Germans, the Italians, the Luxembourgians, the Netherlands, the Denmarkians, the Irish, the United States of America, as well as UK and Greece. All of them are going to fall under the sword.
That's right.
Every one of them. No one's getting away with anything. The Turks are going to get it as well. But the Turks are not there. But that's after the 1,000 years. That's another sucker that's coming. So this part here, I want you to be so kind. Just read it, please, 16 to 17. Then we're going to stop.
Revelation 17.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much.
Comes the book of Revelation, chapter 17 and verse 16.
Come on.
And the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast,
Come on.
these shall hate the whore,
Go on.
and shall make her desolate,
Right. Remember, the 10 horns is the EU. Keep going.
and naked.
Now, in case that you don't understand who she's hating America.
God.
It's happening right now.
God,
Have you not noticed what, I think it was Spain.
That's
and,
right.
And what's that, Finland.
that's
They
right.
got up and said, listen, it's enough of you, America. We don't want you anymore. You keep calling us that we're weak. They said, enough of you, America.
That's right.
That's what they said to Trump. But read on, sir.
Come. This is Revelation chapter 17 and verse 16.
Mhm.
And the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast,
Come on.
these shall hate the whore,
Go on.
and shall make her desolate,
Go on.
and naked,
Come on.
and shall eat her flesh,
See, they're coming to destroy America. Read.
and burn her with fire.
With fire. But those are the nuclear missiles that's going to land in America. That's the first. Listen, you're living in a time where you're seeing scripture fulfilled. How are we not girding up the loins of our minds and getting ourselves together? How are we not doing that? But then read 17 and we're going to close this up.
For God hath put in their hearts
Read.
to fulfill his will.
See, so when they do it, they think it's them, but it's the Lord who has made them think that way. Read, sir.
And to agree and to give their kingdom
Come on.
unto the beast,
Read.
until the words of God shall be fulfilled.
Right there. And then if you wanted to have a subscription that makes it clear as to who the women are, the next verse is one that says it.
Verse 18, and the woman which thou sawest is that great city which reigneth over the kings of the earth.
There it is. That's tied to your Zechariah. Those are the women that's dealing with. And it makes them look like they're in a spiritual form. Yes, because they're spiritually, that spirit is moving right through the ages. To in the book of Revelation, it's right here now. We see the nation getting upset with America. We hear America turn around and say, wait, look at what they did. The so-called issues, they flew to Trump's tennis place or whatever, or not tennis, golf place. And they had a ceremony and they gave him scrolls and said that he is the Messiah. And if you don't know that, you look up the news feed when they're talking to him, he looks up at the heaven and he said, I am the Son of God.
Wow.
He looks up at the heaven and says, I am the Son of God.
Jesus.
And he looks back at them and he smiles. Then he turns and he gets on his plane, his helicopter, to go to wherever he's going.
The crazy piece, I could say him the thing where he's a man of perdition.
Yes, indeed.
That's right.
Yes, indeed. So is the Lord using him? Yes, he is. But you're not glad that the Lord is using him? Yes, I am.
He's perfect.
Yes, indeed.
Perfect for the road.
Yes, indeed. He's a perfect candidate. The Lord was so impressed with him the first time, brought him back for a second.
That's a good one.
Yes. We give all praises to the Most High God. I hope this teaching has been a blessing to you. Please like, share, and subscribe. Please do give us a thumbs up. Remember all our brethren here in the Americas, all our brethren over in the European sector. We give all praises to the Most High God for them. Those who are also in the African continent, we give all praises to the Most High God for our brethren that are there. We are looking forward, by the grace of God, one day that we will set foot there and be with you, Khan. On behalf of the family here, we're going to say, Barakatah Yahweh, Hashem Mashiach Yahushua, Selah, Hallelujah. All praises, all praises, all praises.